Okay. A very good morning, children. Welcome to the online session of subject mathematics of 6th class. I hope so. You all are very fine and staying healthy in the present situation. So, in the previous class, we have discussed about the properties of whole numbers. In that, closure property, one of the property is called closure property. We have completed. So, I want to, before starting my class, I want to say some of the reviews of the yesterday's homework. So in the yesterday's homework, I have given some problems. So everyone done very well. Okay, you have done the sum and subtraction, multiplication, division. Everything is okay. But here, what is the concept of our topic is satisfying the regular properties, satisfying the appropriate whatever the property we are discussing, we have to satisfy that property. We have to satisfy that property. So for these problems, for this type of problems, along with the solving, you have to write the conclusion part also. You have to write the conclusion part also. Suppose in the yesterday's problem, I have given one problem. Suppose 75. Suppose for example 95 plus 15 is there. Okay. So this is by looking this to what? So this is one of the whole number. This is another whole number. Is it right? So regarding whole numbers only we are discussing. So by adding these two whole numbers, so what is the result? What is the result we got? So we got the result as a same whole number only. 5 plus 5, 10, 1. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 1, 11. So 110. So 110 is also one of the whole number only. So you have done up to here. Okay. But what along with this, what you have to write? Therefore. So here this statement is satisfying. So by adding two whole numbers, we got the whole number. Is it right? So after this, you have to write the statement, conclusion statement. So conclusion statement means final result. So what is the final result here we have to take? So this problem satisfies. So or else you have to write like this. So closure property of whole numbers, closure property of whole numbers satisfies under, in which operation we are talking? We are talking about addition. So under addition you have to write. Under addition. So like this you have to write. So what is our present property? We are discussing about the closure property. So in the closure property of whole numbers, so we are discussing about whole numbers only. So in the whole numbers we are discussing closure property. In the closure property, which basic mathematical operation we are discussing? We are discussing addition operation. Okay. So closure property of whole numbers satisfies under addition. So this is a final statement you have to write compulsory. This is a very important step in this type of problems. Okay. So in the exam point of view also you should write like this one. Okay. So in which type of way the question paper, in the question paper, whatever the question he was asked, so you have to keep this in mind. You have to keep this in mind. So in which type they have given, so you can write. Okay. Suppose if he says to tick, if satisfies means you should tick there. Okay. In whatever the box he was given. So here this is the concept. So not only addition, for subtraction, multiplication, division, like that also you have to do same thing. Okay. For every problem you should write this statement. If suppose if suppose subtraction means satisfies under subtraction. If suppose multiplication means satisfies under multiplication. So like the closure property of whole numbers satisfies under multiplication or division or subtraction or addition. So whatever the basic operation is that one you have to write compulsory. That is very most important. Okay, because here we are not only asking to to solve this problem, but also to conclude the point. So on what basis we have to conclude? On the basis of closure property of whole numbers, which is satisfying under addition. Okay, so this is a very important thing, so that you have to remember in your mind. Okay, so I hope so now you have understood. And one more thing, and in the exam, in the homework I have given one of the problem that what is that, 258 minus 315 I have given. 258 minus 315. So here I have asked, already I said, so whatever the first number is that one you should consider as A, and second number you should consider as B. So here in the this is also same as closure property only, but instead of addition there is subtraction. So by subtracting these two numbers, if you get again whole number, then this is satisfies. So some of you have done that regular subtraction. So generally by taking 315 as big number, and you have changed 315 minus 258 you have written. Some of you have written, I won't mention it. So here what is the main point means, by subtracting these two, if we got exactly, you are not supposed to interchange here, because whatever the A number is that one should be A only, and whatever the B number is that should be B only. Okay, you are not supposed to interchange. So in the general calculations you can interchange. Okay, so generally 315 is the biggest number. In the subtractions compulsory the first number should be biggest number. Okay, so from the biggest number only you should subtract smallest number. I agree with that. But here we are discussing about the property of a whole number. So why we should not interchange this one means we are checking whether if we do subtraction like this, will the result will be getting as a same whole number or not. Okay, so here compulsory this won't get as a same whole number, because say suppose you do 315 minus 258 you do. Okay, so this is a sum. So how you have to do means for this, so first do generally as a 315 minus 258. So what is the answer? So from 5 you can't remove 8. So answer is, so taking power 10 plus 5 15, 15 minus 8. 15 minus 8 is, what is 15 minus 8? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 3, 6, 7. So 15 minus 8 is 7. Next step. Here 1 will be reduced to 0. So 0 minus 5. No, we can't take. So again borrow 10. 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5 is 5. Next step. Here 2 will be. 2 minus 2 0. So here result is 57. Okay. But what happened to the symbol? So for the biggest number, what is the symbol is it? Whatever the symbol for the biggest number, whatever the symbol will be, that will be coming in the result. That will be coming in the result. So your answer is minus 57. Okay, not plus 57. Okay, some of you have written plus 57, but the correct answer is minus 57, because this 315 is the greatest number, and for this greater number there is a minus symbol. Okay, so that's why you have to keep the minus for the result also. So minus 57, is this a whole number? So how the whole numbers will be starting? Whole numbers is equals to set of 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on will be there. Okay, so there are no negative numbers in the whole number set. So it is starting with 0. So there is no minus 57. Okay, so that's why here this problem. Therefore what you have to write at the conclusion, same closure property of whole numbers. Closure property of whole numbers under subtraction does not satisfy. Closure property of whole numbers under subtraction does not satisfy for this problem. Okay, for this problem does not satisfy. Okay, so how it will be satisfying? If we write 315 minus 258. Okay. So for this problem it will be satisfying. Already I said. So there is a 50-50 chances of satisfying by the subtraction in the closure property of whole numbers. Is it right? So if we consider A as the greatest number and B as the smallest number, then that closure property of subtraction will be satisfying. So if A is small number and B is large number or greater number, then it does not satisfy. Okay, so down you have to write. So for this problem what you should write? So therefore closure property of whole numbers under subtraction does not satisfy for this problem. Okay, so and down what you should write? So if A is okay, if A is less than B, then closure property does not satisfy. Closure property of whole numbers under subtraction does not satisfy. So like that you should write. So after writing this one you should write, if A is less than B, then closure property of whole numbers under subtraction does not satisfy. Okay, like that you should write. And one more thing, one more problem I want to say. So also there is a one more problem, that is 8 divided by 7. 8 divided by 7. So after doing this one, so many members, what you have done? So you have done 7. Okay, as usual 7, 8. So you have taken like this. So after taking 7 ones is 7. So 8 minus 7 is 1. So up to here only you should stop. Some of you have taken the decimals also. So you are not supposed to take the decimals here. Okay, just what we are seeing, whether the result will be getting either whole number or not. Okay, so here remainder is 1, but still if you get the remainder as 0, then this division property will be satisfying. But here remainder is 1 only. But that means here by seeing this one you will be getting decimal point. Okay, if you do that one also no problem. Suppose if you do that one also no problem. So by taking decimal 0, so 0 you will be taking. So 7 1 7. Again 10 minus 7 is 3. That means here we are getting the whatever the quotient we are getting, that is a result. So how is the result? So 1.1 is a one of the decimal point. So decimal number, sorry. So it is a decimal number. So that for that one, so here we are getting decimal number but not whole number. So for this problem, what you should write here down, closure property of whole numbers under division does not satisfy for this problem. Okay, like that you should write. Okay, so is it clear, children? So here also same. If so like this you have to write the conclusion parts. Okay, so this is about the yesterday's homework review. Okay, so I think so now you have understood very clearly. Okay, children, so now we shall go with the today's topic. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about one more interesting property that we are discussing. So before going to that property, in the closure property we have discussed it. So just now I said 8 divided by 7. 8 divided by 7 is not satisfying. Okay, so what is here? So in the division closure property of whole numbers under division, will it satisfy or not, we have to check. So for every operation we are saying with the help of 0 only. Okay, with the help of 0, whether it is satisfying or not, that is secondary thing. So we are seeing about the 0 only. So if 0 is satisfying, if we keep any a or b value as a 0, then whether it is satisfying or not we have checked. But in the division we have not checked. Okay, so in the division, if you take suppose you want to find out about the division of 8 divided by, okay, instead of 8 I am taking 12 divided by 12. So instead of 12 I am taking 24. 24 divided by 3 I am taking 24 divided by 3. So already you know what is the meaning of multiplication. Multiplication means it is a repeated addition. Repetition of addition is called multiplication. That means here suppose 4 into 6 means what you will write, 4 into 6, 4 times 6. So 6 you are adding 4 times. 6 you are adding 4 times. Is it right, children? That means 4 times 6. 4 times 6. 6 how many times? 4 times. If you add 6 means you will get, what is 4 into 6? 4 into 6 is 24. 6 plus 6 is 24. Again 6 plus 6 is 12. 6 plus 6 12. So 12 plus 12 24. That means 4 into 6 is 24. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 is also 24. That means here multiplication means repeated addition is called multiplication. But what is the meaning of division? So division means repeated subtraction is called the division. Repeated subtraction. So subtracting the numbers repeatedly, that is called division. So by subtracting repeatedly, what it will get finally? So finally, if the answer is getting 0, then that is a perfect divisor, perfect multiplicative factor. So how you can identify? So 24 divided by 3 is it. So 24 divided by 3 means, so repeatedly you should do the subtraction. That means 24 minus 3. 24 minus 3. 24, what is 24 minus 3? 24 minus 3 is 21. Is it right? Again next, 21 minus 3. So repeatedly you should subtract with the 3. Is it right? So 21 minus 3. What is 21 minus 3? 18. Okay. Next, again 18 minus 3. What is 18 minus 3? 18 minus 3 is 15. Is it right, children? Next, again 15 minus 3. 15 minus 3 is 12. Next, 12 minus 3, 9. Next, 9 minus 3. What is 9 minus 3? 6. Next, 6 minus 3. What is 6 minus 3? 3. Next, 3. 3 minus 3. What is 3 minus 3? 0. So finally you got the number 0. So is it right, children? So how many times you have taken? So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times if you subtract repeatedly means with 3, then you got finally 0. So that means 3 into 8 is equals to 24. Is it? I think so you have understood this one. So that means if you subtract 8 times repeatedly means you will be getting 0. Is it right, children? That means 8 times means it is getting 24. So what is the answer here? So here answer is 8. So how many times you have subtracted 3? You have subtracted 8 times. So 8 is the answer. 8 is the answer for 24 divided by 3. So like this you have taken. So this is a whole number. 24 is a whole number. Next 3 is also a whole number. So for by doing the division, what we got? 8. 8 is also a whole number. Is it right, children? So by doing a division of any two whole numbers, we got the result as a whole number. So for this closure property of whole numbers under division satisfies. Okay. So for the numbers we are getting satisfied. So suppose if you take here instead of 3, if you take 0, if you want to divide with 0, so what you will get? So by how many times you will get answer? So we shall see now. Now see here. So 24. Okay. Now 24 divided by 0. So 24 divided by 3 means 24 minus 3 we have taken. 24 divided by 0 means 24 minus 0 we have to take. 24 minus 0 we have to take. What is 24 minus 0? 24 minus 0 is 24 only. Again 24 minus 0. What is 24 minus 0? 24. Again 24 minus 0, 24 on. Again 24 minus 0, 24 on. Again 24 minus 0, 24 only. Again 24. 24 minus 0, 24 only. So repeatedly, if we are subtracting with 0 for this 24, what is the answer getting? Repeatedly same number is getting. So 24 is repeating so many times. So will this answer get 0 in the result? Will this get 0, children? So we won't get at 0 at all. We won't get 0 at all. That means here the number is continue repeatedly it is continuing. Is it right, children? 24 minus 0, 24. 24 minus 0, 24. So like this it will go on repeating. So where it will end we don't know. So that's why 24 divided by 0 means here we won't have any answer. We can't estimate any answer. We can't guess any answer also. So that is about the division of whole number with 0. So 0 is also whole number. So division with 0 is does not possible and does not satisfy. So for this no answer is there. So simply you write, if anything by 0 is there means you straightforward you say. So it does not satisfy because you explain like this. Okay, because division means repeated subtraction of divisor with the dividend. Okay, so if you are doing repeatedly means the number does not change. In the previous problem the number is getting reduced by 3 number with the help of with the difference of 3 number. But here same number is coming 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24. Okay, so like this. So this 24 divided by 0 or anything, any number, you take any number, if you divide with 0, it does not satisfy. It does not satisfy. Okay, so this is about the division by 0. I think so you have understood now. Okay, children. Now we shall go with the next property. Okay. So the second property is commutative property. Commutative property. So what is commutative property? And this property also you should check in the 4 basic arithmetic operation, basic mathematical operation. So in addition, subtraction, multiplication and division also. Okay, so in that if it satisfies, whether if it is satisfying or not, we have to check in the 4 operations. Okay, so first of all, first we shall go with the addition. Okay, ADDITION, addition. So in the commutative property, first of all, what is commutative property? So suppose, what is the meaning of commutative? First you have to know the meaning of commutative. Commutative means exchanging each other in the general words. Exchanging, so sharing to each other. Okay, so if you are having 10 chocolates and if your friend is having 15 chocolates, if you exchange both of your chocolates, so you have given your 10 chocolates to your friend and your friend's 15 chocolates he has given to you. So then the count will be exchanged. Is it right or not? So here also commutative means exchanging each other, exchanging the places of the whole places of any numbers. Is it right, children? So I think so you have understood. Commutative means exchanging the places of the numbers or any things. Okay, so how the commutative property will be? So suppose if you take any two whole numbers, suppose I am taking 25. I am taking 25 as a one whole number. Next, another whole number is 36. So 36 is another whole number. So 25 plus 36. What is 25 plus 36? we have to see. So whether 25 plus 36 is a whole number or not, we have to check. Because this will be satisfying, because already in the closure property we have seen same like this only. So a plus b is also getting whole number. So what is 25 plus 36? 6 plus 5, 11. So 11, 1. So 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. So 25 plus 36 is 61. 30, 40, 50, 56, 5, 61. So a plus b is also getting whole number only. 61 is also whole number only. So this is one step. So if you are interchanging b number as a and a number as b, here if you interchange means, so after interchanging also, if you get the same whole number which you got in the first step, then your addition commutative property is satisfied. Like that you have to check. So that means now what you should take as a, you should take a as a 36. That means interchanging. So a value to b value to a. Okay. So 36 is a. Okay. Sorry. 36 is a. Next plus 25 is b. Okay. 25. Okay. By doing this addition also, if you get the same whole number, then the same whole number as this number, then this property will satisfy. 36 plus 25 same. Okay. 36 plus 25. You do 6 plus 5 11. 1 1. Next 3 4 5 6. So what is the result? 61. So 61 is the same as this first step result. Is it right? If the two answers are getting tallied, then your commutative property of whole numbers under addition satisfies. Okay. So this is about the addition property. So what you should write as a final statement. So if you want to write means, you can write on a paper. Okay. If a comma b are any two whole numbers, then a plus b is equals to b plus a is also a whole number. Okay. So compulsory here a plus b is equals to should be b plus a, and this result, so whatever the result you will get, that result should be the whole number only. If you get a plus b negative number and b plus a any decimal fraction, so this property does not satisfy. Okay. I hope so you are understood. So this is a statement of a commutative property of whole numbers under addition. Okay. So if a comma b are any two whole numbers, then a plus b is equals to b plus a is also a whole number. First of all, a plus b should be equals to b plus a. Then afterwards, these two results should be same result, and the same result should be the whole number result only. So then your answer will be satisfied. Okay. Now I hope so you have understood the addition. So next, what is the multiplication we can say. So what is the multiplication property? Okay. Multiplication. Okay. See what multiplication, same result. So instead of plus, you should take the multiplication. So suppose you take any number 20 into 75. Okay, 20 into 75. So 20 is A and 75 is B. Okay. So for suppose 20 is A and 75 is B. Okay. So here now A into B. So what is A into B? You have to check. So what is A into B? 75 into 20. So 75 into 150. 75 into 2 is 150. So you can check like this. So first here one digit is 0. So you can skip 0. So 2 5s 10, 2 7 41 15. So 150. So here how many 0 is there? So 10 is there. So add directly 10 at the end of this answer. So 1500. So what is the answer? 20 into 75 is 1500. So A into B is 1500. So 1500 is also one of the whole number. Is it right, children? So now you should find the B into A. So interchange this number. So 75 should come here and 20 should go here. Okay. So after interchanging, what will happen? 75 into 20. So same numbers are there. So here 75 into 2 is 150. Here 0 is there. So 0. So 1500. This is also getting 1500 only. So this is also whole number. So both are whole numbers. First one. Next, both are getting equal. Both are equal. Okay. So then A into B is equals to B into A. So that is a whole number only. So here what you should write? Instead of plus you should write a into. If A comma B are any two whole numbers, then A into B is equals to B into A. Okay, is also a whole number under addition of commutative property of whole numbers. Okay, so like that you should write. So suppose if you take with 0, so 0 into something is 0 only. Okay, suppose you are taking, so 15 into 0. What is 15 into 0? 15 into 0 is 0 only. So if you interchange 0 into 15, what is 0 into 15? 0 only. Okay, 0 into something is 0 only always. So remember this one, children, very important. So 0 into something is always 0 only. So here if you take the 0 also, the multiplication property will be satisfying. For addition, if you take addition, so 15 plus 0. What is 15 plus 0? 15 only. Okay. So 0 plus 15, 0 plus 15 is also 15 only. Okay. So anything, something into something plus 0 is, it will be something only. Okay. X plus 0 will be x only. 0 plus x will be x only. 15 plus 0. Any number, you can take any number. So take any of your five numbers and you add to them. Okay. Any of your number plus 0 or 0 plus any of your choice number. Okay. Then it will be same. So addition and multiplication properties, addition and multiplication will be satisfying for the commutative property. Is it right, children? For whole numbers. Okay. So this is the final conclusion. So here addition and multiplication has been completed. Now we shall go with the subtraction part. Okay, subtraction operation. So how the subtraction will be getting? So does it satisfies or not? We have to check. Okay. So listen carefully, children. Subtraction. Okay. So what is subtraction? Instead of plus and into, plus and addition and multiplication, you should keep the subtraction symbol. That means A minus B should be equals to B minus A. If this is satisfies, then our subtraction property will be satisfies. Okay. So like this you have to check. So here how you should check means, see, suppose you take any number. So A as a 75 minus B as a 46. B I am taking as a 46. So first do 75 minus 46. So what is 75 minus 46? You can check here. Okay, 75 minus 46. So 5, do the subtraction. So 75 is the greatest number and you should remove 46 from this number. So from 5 can you remove 6? No, you can't remove. So that's why take borrow of 10 rupees from the next digit. Okay, from the next place. Okay, so 10 plus 5 is 15. 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 6. 15 minus 6. What is 15 minus 6? So 15 minus 6. So 15 minus 6 is 9. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 minus 6 is 9. Okay, so next you reduce one value for this. Okay, because 110 I have given to the ones place. So that's why you should reduce 1 tenth. Okay, that means 7 will become as a 6. Now 6 minus 4 is 2. So what is the result? 29. So we got 75 minus 46 as 29. Okay, I think so you are understanding. So whether this is equals to this one, we have to see. Now interchange these two numbers. interchange these two numbers. So here 75 is A and 46 is B. Now B value should be 46. B is 46. Okay. So B is 46 minus 75. So just interchange them. So here same. So A minus B, B minus A. So I have changed the A value and B value. So whatever the B value here is that only, with that only you have to subtract. So now 46 minus 75. So same. First do generally only. 75 minus 46. You will get 29 only. But here what is there for the greatest number symbol? So for the greatest number there is a minus symbol. There is a subtraction symbol. So that symbol you should keep for the result. So now you check whether these two are equal or not. So this is 29, this is minus 29. So just number is same only, but symbol is different. Symbol is different. So if the symbol is different also, the both are not equal. Both are not equal. So here commutative property of whole numbers under subtraction does not satisfy. How many numbers you have taken also, it does not satisfy. Suppose if you take with the help of 0. If you take with the 0, what will happen? Say, okay, 15 minus 0 I am taking, and 0 minus 15 I am taking. A minus B equals to B minus A. So 15 minus 0 is 15 only. So here there is no change of value. Okay, but 0 minus 15. So 0 minus 15 also 15 only. But for the 15 is the greatest number. So for this greatest number, what is the symbol is a minus symbol is it. So you should keep minus 15. Okay. So this is positive 15. This is negative 15. So both are not equal. Is it right, children? So that's why what you should conclude. So subtraction, commutative property of whole numbers under subtraction does not satisfy. How many problems you can take also, it does not satisfy. Okay. So this is about subtraction. Now we shall go with the division. Okay. So regarding division, so division are also same. If A divided by is equals to B divided by A, then your commutative property will be satisfying. Suppose take A as a, suppose any number. Okay, 16. Okay, instead of 96 divided by 96 divided by, okay, instead of 96, 16 divided by 4. 16 divided by 4 should be equals to 4 divided by 16. Then your property will be satisfied if this is satisfied. So what is 16 divided by 4? 16 divided by 4. So if in your method only I am doing. So 16 divided by 4. So 4 into how many times is 16? 4 4 16. Directly in the 4 table only 16 will be going. So 4 4 is 16. 16 minus 16 is 0. So remainder is 0. So whatever the quotient is, that is the result. So 4 is the answer for 16 divided by 4. Okay. Now we have to check for the 4 divided by 16. So what is 4 divided by 16? So what the second number should be written here as a divisor, and the first number should be written as a dividend. So 16 is greater than 4. So we can't solve, we can't divide 16 from 4. Is it 4 from 16? So this is, as this is a less number, so you should take the decimal point 0 point. Then here 0 will be coming. So 16 40. Now 40 is a greatest number. So in the 16 table less than 40 will be going. So 16 3 is 48. 16 3 is 48. So 16, what is 16 2? 16 2 is 16 2 is 2 6 12. 2 1s 2. So 3. 16 2s 32. So 40 minus 32. What is 40 minus 32? So 40 minus 32 is 8. 40 minus 32 is 8. So here we are getting the result as a decimal number. We are getting the result as a decimal number, that is 0.2. 0.2 means 2 by 10. So here we got 4. but here we got 2 by 10. If you cancel also 2 ones, 2 fives. So 1 by 5 we are getting. So is 4 is equals to 1 by 5? No, it is not equal to 1 by 5. So here division property also does not satisfy for the commutative property. Okay children. Suppose if you take 0 also, if you take 0 as any number, so 15 divided by 0 is equals to 0 divided by 15. So what is 0 divided by 15? 0 divided by 15 is 0 only. Okay, anything divided 0 divided by anything is 0 only. Okay, but here 15 divided by 0. 15 divided already previous I said. So division by 0. So 15 divided by 0, it does not gives any answer. So here what is the result? So both are not equal. That means division property also does not satisfy for the commutative property. So what are the two operations that are satisfying? Addition and multiplication are satisfying completely for the commutative property. But coming to division and subtraction, these two are not at all satisfying in this commutative property. Okay children, so here if A and B are any two whole numbers, then A divided by B is equals to B divided by A is not a whole number, and what you should write as a result, this does not satisfy for the commutative property of whole numbers under division. Okay, so like this you have to write. Okay, now I think so you have understood. Okay, so this is about the total commutative property. Okay, so now I will be giving some of the problems based on this commutative property, children. So try to do them as a homework. Okay. Problem number 1. Okay. 175 plus 25. Next B. 27 plus 0. Next C. 35 minus, okay, commutative property, no? 25 plus 175. B plus A. B plus A. So 35 minus 17 is equals to 17 minus 35. Next D. 19 into 2 is equals to 2 into 19. Next E. 0 into 5 is equals to 0 into 500. 5000 is equals to 5000 into 0. Next F. 36 divided by 6 is equals to 6 divided by 36. Next thing. Okay, so these are your homework problems, children. So how you should do means first write down which property it is. So all are commutative property only. Under which operation you should write. So see the first one. So 175 plus 25 is equals to 25 plus 175. So start the solution with which operation. So this is here addition is there. So here write down addition. You keep addition. Okay, after writing question in the solution, the first step is, so which type of operation place is there, so write down addition. Afterwards you start solving this two. Okay, solve 175 plus 25, so some result you will get. 25 plus 175, some result will get. So you compare two numbers. If both are equal means then, and both are equal, and if they are whole numbers means then your commutative property of whole numbers satisfies under whole numbers. If both are not equal means you just write a commutative property of whole numbers under subtraction or under division does not satisfy. So like that you write up. Okay. So I hope so you will be writing all this. You will be solving all these problems very easily, children. Okay. So thank you for attending my class, children. Have a good day, children. In the tomorrow's class we shall go with one more new property. Okay. So have a good day, children. Thank you, children.